Right, very good morning everybody. I have the ship's anchor. She weighs a blooming ton. Good morning. This morning I was on Paul Ditchburn's tune review and there was lots of people in there. Choppy was in there and several others, and they were talking about the current situation, which isn't looking good, because there's lots of people talking about may they move the goalposts again. Because if you remember, Crystal Palace did it the last time. Move it! The goal posts. We don't want to sell, so we'll move the goal posts. We tell you one thing, then we change our mind. Nothing you can do. Many have tried to move the goalpost. Where did they get the ideas? Moving the goalposts. greedy. Many will try the same. Some will get lucky. Some will get left carrying the bag, losing money. Players. What's fair value? What you're prepared to pay? Will we get the players we need? That's up to them upstairs. And hope. We do. So, as you well know, sometimes it's written down on a pad and sometimes it's not. But I was watching and shared some of the fellow YouTube channels this morning, True Geordie and Paul Ditchburn of the Tomb Review. And apparently Samu got injured, which is a downer. But was it just a little injury or was it something major? And welcome to 62 here, and we've got 3 legs. And to start, now I boiled the kettle just before. So let's have this cuppa. And most of the morning I have been on HMRC, and that is the assistant isn't much good because he kept saying, could you shorten your answers? And I was like, go Bennett, man. But it is what it is. Now, Johnny Thunders, when we see in YouTube boxes, Thursday or Friday, so not long to go. I need to find out from StreamYard how you go through the process, and then push. You can't ring HMRC, Benny. You can't. You've got to do it online, and that's a downside. But there is a way around it, because I looked at something this morning, which I'm going to let you know. Oh, we've got somebody from Dublin. Happy to have you in. Right, so the information from HMRC this morning, and there is hold on. Right, okay. So we have right here, register each idea. Two ways you can do it. Sole trader, which may this pops up a bit, which is business insurance, which I was kind of trying to follow the rabbit hole with that, and a limited company may need additional business insurance. This bit's dead easy. Finances. You, as a sole trader, you keep all of the profits after paying tax. I don't really want that part. So, unlimited company, directors need to follow rules for taking money out of a limited company. Kind of like that one better. Again, name for sole trader. I wrote them each one, so there's two different bits here. Choosing a trading name or use your own name. There are rules to follow when choosing a business, a name for a business. Keeping records is the next part. When you start to trade, i.e. trade, making that, yeah, you must keep records. That's under the sole trader part. Directors need to follow running a limited company and adding a tax file for the company. Registering. Now this bit's interesting because it tells you in black and white. Sole trader, after you have made £1,000 in any given year. So I'm nowhere even close to that. Yeah. And the other bit, limited company, must register before trading. Yeah. So this business insurance that has a few little bits as well linked to it, but there is pages and pages there to do with that, which I'm going to adhere to. No, John, no, not yet. So what I'm thinking is limited company times 3. Yeah. And that comes with its own cost. The Toon Review. Paul, you're not in a position to be a limited company. A limited company is more than for earnings of 50,000 per year with directors, etc. You are quite right. You are quite right. So I'm going to speak to Sarah and get Sarah's advice. So, and to everybody, Paul Ditchburn of the Toon Review, give his channel a serious thumbs up and we progress forward. Now, the one thing that I'm going to be looking at is this. As I just said to you, 3 different things. So I'll do that come the end of this month, and then you will see everything. And once that's done, then push forward. Now, somebody, I don't know who, but somebody needs to do the Newcastle side, i.e., Newcastle upon Tyne and surrounding areas. Yeah. So, and I will do Nottingham and Derbyshire, the Midlands area. So, yeah. What a horrible thing to say. But I didn't expect anything more. Some people, yeah, we can't help them. No, I'm going to advertise it through Department of Works and Pensions. That's the whole purpose of me speaking to Department of Works and Pensions, so that they know every step that is being taken, because each step's important. Simple as, And I'm also going to be switching from mobile, which yep, to laptop. And when we go live, it will be from laptop and not mobile, apart from when I'm out and about. And out and about is coming up to St James's Park, taking a game, give predictions, speak to fellow YouTube channels. Code Cowboy, I control the keys there. End of. So, yeah. John O'Hare is saying the Department of Works and Pension doesn't give business advice. No, but they point you in a direction where you will get business advice. And I've already spoken to a company. That company is based close to junction 26 of the M1. So, not yet, Benny, not yet. Nostradamus, of course he was real. But yeah. So, from this weekend, be doing a lot of videos through the laptop, and that way saves on the mobile phone battery and saves it getting drained. Yeah. Plus, can't do boxes on mobile, so it'll have to be with the laptop. No, I have had a response 48 hours from Newcastle United. So it's 48-hour wait. But I have made an inquiry, and after I've finished this, I'm going to send a personal to Jamie to see what Jamie says. And it's up to him at the end of the day. He is co-owner, so it's really up to Jamie whether he takes and does it or whether he doesn't. If he doesn't, then I'll just burn it. And that's all I can do, Speak to a co-owner through email, and if the co-owner doesn't want that, then it gets burned. What was that? Daswell's, Mr. G, Newcastle got back to me within 1 hour. Okay, right, 1 hour. Right, let's have a little check here. Let's have a little check. Da, 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 da. Okay. Email. So currently in my email is the Evening Chronicle, Discord, TikTok, Bloomberg, Netlify, Medium, Daily Digest, Revolut, also the Chronicle News Striker, and a message from the doctors. So you got a message, Daz, this is your words, within an hour. Yeah. Well, I got a message back saying 48 hours. And there we go. Oh, by the way, hold on a second here. Hold on a second here. Hold on. Right, where are we? Okay. Right. Because I know there's some of you just don't believe. So it says, thank you for contacting Newcastle United Supporter Services. We're working 9 a.m. to 5, Monday to Friday. These are automated acknowledgement receipt of your email. Yeah. And for inquiries not related to the above, we aim to within 5 working days. Yeah. So there we go. Because that's what I'm going to keep on doing. I'm going to keep on showing this information because certain number of you who just, you could turn around and put it straight in front of you. No, that doesn't exist. Yeah. So prove it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Do you think there might be? Well, I sent a message yesterday to some people, and I'm waiting on that, which will probably be Tuesday today, so 3 days, and then I'll get a reply back to the email I sent. So I'm not going to prove to anybody at all. You don't believe? You don't believe. Simple as that. So you can bounce around, roll across the floor, and all the rest of it. That's up to you. I know that I've seen many changes at St James's Park. There's been many changes. There used to be a time where if you were in the Leazes and it rained, you got wet. Same as with the Gallagher's. And if you were under the impression, oh, he hasn't been to any matches since this and since that and since the other, well, that's your prerogative. And I'm not going to rise to that because at the end of the day, I know myself. Lucy didn't dump. So get off your high horse, mate. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, even other YouTube channels have, when I've been in their chat, yeah, if you're not brave enough to come on, yeah, then don't say no. Simple, really. Actually, there is. I need well, that's one of the things that I'm going to be speaking to the doctors about. Having a small, tiny procedure done, then I still have the license. I just have to pass the medical. I wouldn't pass the medical currently. So that's the reason why I'm not going to throw good money away. Afternoon, Richie. Thoughts on drivers being on strike again? Eh? How is that even possible? How? I am sure. Richie? What's the current hourly rate for a driver up there? Because when I was there, it was $11.44 an hour. So what's it now? Another thing as well. You know this, when I was talking to you all about, this is going back a few weeks, when I said to you about I couldn't do anything with Coinbase. They have a suitability test. It's like, what, 3 minutes worth of questions? But I think they've actually got it wrong. Yeah. Big company, and they've got it wrong. No, Benny, that is how much I got paid. Listen, man, listen. You know, use your ears. Really. One thing, yeah, is this. There are tools I will never use. Those tools are day trading. Never. Never, ever, ever. Don't believe in it. But the way these likes of Coinbase UK have done, Kraken have done, is wrong. Because it tells you on the advert, and I'll post the advert straight after this so you can see it. Because they say it. And this is misinformation on their part. You can lose all of your money. No, you can't. So it's misconception. And the way it is this. If you go and buy a part of a company from the United Kingdom, you get something which I'll show you in a moment. Now, this is a share certificate. It's for Newcastle United. It has my name on it. But that bit of paper is not worth that. And that's the honest truth. Because what happened? Right? But the price, yeah, which was set from our previous owner was 5 pence per share. That's way under the value of the club, which is why when I got letters from their legal department, I went, opened the letter, la 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 la, in the bin. Yeah. And there you go. It's there. That is my memento of that time. A long, long time ago. But my point was this, yeah. It tells you, and I'm going to post this to prove it, that you can lose all of your money. No, you can't. It's a physical impossibility. You see, exchanges have a golden rule. If you lose like a big chunk, trading is suspended. If it's suspended, you can't lose. So that's the misconception. And they get away with it as well, because they're the big boys. However, if people decide to go down the other route, day trading, you can have the shirt ripped off your back and lose everything. You can't the other way because it's limited. You can lose a couple of quid. Yeah. And that's the misconception. And nobody's called it out. You see, when like Kraken, UK, Coinbase and others turn around and say, oh, don't do this because you're going to lose. You can lose. You can lose on the stock market too. Yeah, stock market crashes, you lose. But you don't lose everything. Because you get like notifications, prices drop, and you just go, okay, sell. However, even that is a bad idea because you would buy the dip. But yeah. So misconception. I've lost a 6,000 investment and I made 10k. Code Cowboy. Okay, what if you are sleeping? What if you are sleeping, you are speaking horrible nonsense, Paul. Why would you take financial advice? I'm not giving financial advice. What I'm saying is that what they are putting out in the advert is
misleading. Yeah. Years and years ago, when I was a bus driver, yeah, years and years ago, we had a thing at the time where new vehicles which were acquired from other depots came in, and those vehicles, what they had forgot to do, the fitters in the garage, what they had forgot to do was go through the destination screen, which was windy. Yeah, you had to lift the flap, lock it, and then you had to find the correct handle and spin it, and that would give you the destination on the front of the vehicle. Now, I had got to a place which was Four Lane Ends Metro, and I went to change for the next destination. However, that destination was not on there. When it went to digital, that changed. Digital dead easy. Yeah. And it's all computerized. You just press a button, but you press three buttons to change the digits and then send. And it changes it automatically. So, yeah, misinformation. Many people would turn around and say, "Where you going to? Town." And all it had was 32. And sometimes it was the same for 71, where something had come in from a different depot and there was no destination. And slight oversight by those in the garage, but if it's not there, you can't put it there and you have to leave it blank and then tell everybody. Yeah. Oh, that, what? Thoughts that, no, they can't do that. Jay, you've got no idea. I'm not even sure what that is. Anyway, so I'm going to do the post when I see the advert, take a picture, and then show you it. And then send a message to them to say you're getting the information a bit wrong. Because if you're saying to people all of that, I mean, the one last night for Coinbase, 8 steps, and I was like, it didn't used to be, but it is now. What's your thoughts on losing his UFC? I have no idea. Never ever, like, don't. The only lad who is a UFC is kid called Paddy. I think he's from Liverpool. So yeah, football. Yes, football's big, and the hope is when we play on Monday, we can get something from the game. What I want to see Monday is build a brick wall and stop Liverpool from scoring. Simple as that. Can you tell Daniel Levy to start? No, because he's a Spurs boss. And Spurs is in London, Newcastle upon Tyne, and Newcastle United is my team. So no, can't. No, no plans for the bank holiday. None. All of my up and coming plans are for the last days of August. And then push forward from there. I don't know. The Pete. Ain't got a clue. Arsenal. So oh, right, Code Cowboy. No, yeah. Another slurrer. Yeah. Keep them coming. Because they mean absolutely that. So yeah. Keep going. Now, my hope come the end of the month is to get 3 things done, sorted, and pay Seeking You and Geordie Nation so that they're back up, and then speak to Department of Works and Pensions and tell them what I'm going to need in Newcastle, and it's up to them. Yeah, because there is a bill outstanding. These apps and websites cost money. And if you haven't got money, they don't stay up. You've got to keep paying the bill. And if you don't pay the bill, they get cut. End of. There's no way around it. Yes, they will, John, because they know everything down to the last T and dot. So, the hope is push things forward. And if we can push things forward, brilliant. That means that other things can get sorted out. No, I'm not. It's not about that, John. No. It's about something bigger. Yep, they do. The 32K, John, is still on WX. It never left. And it needs to go before a vote of 100 people. So goes before 100 people, and 100 people either say one of 2 things. They either say yes or they say no. And that is the way and the rule of the ecosystem. If they turn around and say yes, then I set a price. And when I set the price, that's what you pay. So it will come. And that'll be September. I can't do it before September. There is no backup plan because the other stuff which is coming out within 2 weeks, there's a possibility that being, yeah. So we shall wait and see. I'm excited because at the end of the day, the email I sent yesterday, if the person I sent the email to works, then there's a possibility of doubling the crew. And that's as much as I'm going to say on it. Now, yeah, so this coming bank holiday, I'm just going to be working with images of the magpie birds, and there are 64 images to be converted. So I'll do that using Pixel 2, which is Pixel 2 takes hours and hours and hours, but it will be worth it at the end because it'll change every player, completely change their image, which is what I want. Then, once that's done, add it to the carousel and then say to Jamie, there you go. So, lots of things. Yeah, convert. And then put them in quite a few. There's now about 7 different marketplaces they can go into. And I think the ones which are on OpenSea, which are, let's be honest, basic, scrubbed a lot. So yeah. Jeremy, these things take time. That's what they do. They take time. They take effort. They take hours and hours and hours. Yeah, the new ones, yeah, I'll make money off that because it's using different things and changing the original image completely. So yes, and you will find out anyway once I've done them. Oh, we got Code Cowboy is saying I won't make a penny from anything ever. Sadly. Never mind. And John O'Hare, I bet you don't sell a single one. Okay, John. Okay. At the end of the day, I'm just going to do it and then put them onto the exchanges and then post the links. You don't want to buy, don't buy. End of. So, yeah. But they'll be there. there'll be multiple. So yeah. Well, yeah. I've got something to do in the next 2 weeks on 4 new projects. So push, 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 and then push a bit more. Now, to all of you wonderful and beautiful people, much appreciated that you've came in here this morning. Super chats are available, membership tiers are available, and from Thursday, some videos will only be accessed behind a paywall. Letting you know beforehand. So that's what's going to be all the way through for what? Up until 2037. Anyway, have a wonderful day wherever you may be, and be good. Thank you.